Hey guys, we're in the gym today with Dr. Brian Campbell from Xcell Movement and Performance here in North Carolina. We're going to take a look at a few ways to make sure that we're staying healthy and on field all season long. Dr. Campbell, thank you for joining me today. What are we going to be looking at?
So today is one of my favorite things I love covering with soccer players is ACL prevention. So the big thing when it comes to ACL prevention is it's all about timing. It's about turning on the right muscles at the exact right moment so that they're there to protect your knee joint and not allow those ligaments just to be the only thing stopping you from going forward or from cutting. So with that, it's all about activating posterior chain. What posterior chain is back, hamstrings, glutes, calves. It's the whole backside of your body that we want to make sure is what's stopping and slowing you down or allowing you to make those cuts effectively. So we're going to go through a progression of 2 drills I love using with anyone that's gone through this, and these are things I'm still doing even today. And that's going to be the reverse lunge, and then we're going to go into a single leg deadlift. So with the reverse lunge, the big key thing is that we want to make sure that you're focusing on keeping your big toe down. We're getting activation in that back pocket, that glute area, or your butt. So an easy way is just always think about your big toe and your butt. With this, when you go, we're going to work on your right leg first. As that left leg goes back, you want to make sure there's a couple of key points. Big toe stays down, your knee goes in front of your foot, and that you have a slight forward trunk lean. Those 3 points are going to allow you to really feel that back pocket area, which is going to keep the stress in the hip and that posterior chain we're looking for. So let's have you slowly go back with that left leg, which is really just there to help assist a little bit. And then as you slowly go down, that pressure stays on that big toe, the knee comes forward, and then as you come up, you're driving through that glute to come back up. Okay. So let's do 2 more. As you come down, there should be not a lot of stress on that quad. The majority of that tension's on that glute, and that tension you've created, now you're gonna use that to push back up and push through the inside of that foot. And that's how we appropriately do that reverse lunge.
Perfect. Now moving on from there, we also have that single leg deadlift you were talking about.
Yep, so the modified single leg deadlift is another great progression where we're continuing to get that posterior stronger and more timely with its activation. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you, we're gonna work your left leg on this one. Okay. So from here, the cone's gonna be on the outside of your left foot because as you go down, you're gonna reach across with your right hand. Essentially what we wanna do again is think big toe butt. So the big toe stays down on the ground and we're looking to get activation in that back pocket. So as we do this, you want to keep your knees slightly bent. And then from here, you're going to bring your hips back and then you're going to reach across with that right hand and you're going to keep tension here in that that left cheek. And then you're going to drive back up from that tension. Okay. That's what we're looking for. So go ahead and do it again. So big toe stays down. That means pressure's on the inside of the foot, drive up from that hip. If you can keep those points of contact, and as long as you don't feel more tension in that quad, that's what we're looking for to effectively get that right stress to that right tissue, or to the right muscles, and drive. Perfect. Big thing is just make sure that you don't arch your back first as well. That's another key that we typically see is by making sure you drive with your hip, just as if you were to jump or you were to run, we want that hip to be what's moving you forward. So this is a great one. That's going to really facilitate a lot of that activation and getting that timing down so that when we see these ACL issues from deceleration or from contact or from cutting, this is going to allow your body to know how to react effectively to make sure that everything is protected. So what I would suggest is with the reverse lunge is the first one. Once you can get to a good 20 reps in a row, that's when you would do this next one. And then again, we would build up to 20, 30 reps. So we're always trying to kind of aim for that 3 sets of 10 as your marker, but if you need to break those up to get good quality reps, then that's what we recommend. We always want it to be a good rep. We want to reinforce good movement.
So doing some exercises like this, how often would you recommend something like this going on?
Yeah, for our soccer players, this is definitely something huge. We want them doing 3 to 5 times a week at least. If you're more active, if it is, you're doing, you have more games, more practices, whatever it is, then you have to do it more because you're going to create more stress and could potentially create more muscle imbalances the more active you are. So the more active you are, the more you have to do this. And doing 20, 30 reps doesn't take more than 5 minutes. So it doesn't have to be a lot to be effective in making sure that you don't have to deal with any of these injuries.
Thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to reach out. If you guys have any questions for Dr. Campbell, you can find him by
searching Xcell Movement Performance, XCEL, on Facebook or Instagram.
That's right. Make sure you guys check out some of his stuff. He's got some very great content out there for you guys, very informative. And make sure you guys stay tuned to see some other videos from us on how to properly recover from some of these injuries that we've talked about.